Hi friends, just a quick health disclaimer. This podcast is intended for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider or diabetes care team before making changes to your diabetes management, treatment, medications, diet, or exercise routine.
Welcome back to Life of a Low Girl. I'm Hannah.
I'm Sasha.
I'm Lee.
And I'm Marissa.
And before we introduce our other friend, I would like to address the neon elephant on the couch.
Somebody didn't get the message about today's topic because...
Or our outfits.
Okay, well, so today's topic is about, like, sports, athletic, exercise. So when we picked this topic, I obviously picked
This
my
outfit.
Her power
sporting...
walking.
It's
her power walking.
It's straight from her closet.
She's
She didn't
got-
have to pick anything
She's
out.
got the, do you have like the little
The
1
shake
pound
weights?
hand weights?
I do.
also have on my recovery UFOs because it took a lot for me to be able to walk up the steps to our studio.
You're recovering.
But you all are not really dressed as the way
We're
that I
dental
thought.
assistants.
Or maybe going to a Pilates class.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, it looks
It's fun.
like that outfit for the Thai massage that I got that one time.
Yeah.
Be a sumo wrestler out
We are actually sumo wrestlers also.
Well, anyway, I hate you
Anyway,
all.
Back to
Or you're just jealous of me and
That's actually what it is.
That's it.
It's a deep
wanna be you.
seated envy I have right now. But with all of that, I would like to introduce our friend, John Wilcox, our first lowbrow appearance on the pod. Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Hey, what's up? I'm so excited to be here. Oh my gosh.
John, you're wearing a yellow shirt. It sort of blends with
Yes.
mine. So I'd like
Yeah.
to say thank you for
Yes, Team
understanding.
CWD. That's the
Yeah.
way we
Oh,
do
yeah,
it.
John.
Yeah.
That's right.
You look perfect. John, you are the actual athlete amongst this group, which is why we have asked you to join us. Can you
I
tell
know that's
us?
probably surprising. Like,
Yeah,
you probably thought it was
right.
Lee, but you might be slightly more athletic than Lee.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and all of your athletic adventures
And about your diabetes.
and about your diabetes?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Again, it's so awesome to be here. I am a huge fan of podcasts. So when you guys asked me to come on, I was like, yes, this is like an amazing opportunity. I'm so excited because I've been following all of the releases over the last couple months. So yeah, just thanks for bringing so much attention to this space for our community. First off, I have to say, but myself, I was diagnosed at the age of 9. And so I'm 30 now. So I've had diabetes for 21 years. And so growing up, I played a lot of sports and was able to really get into running in high school and into college. And so that's really kind of been the sport that I've gravitated towards the most since then. And so over the last about 10, 15 years, I've been a runner with type 1 diabetes and, have done events all the way from 5Ks all the way up to some ultra marathons. But I'm typically running right now marathons and halves, and that's kind of my distance of choice. Total, I've ran. Yeah, I know it's crazy.
I like,
know,
I like to watch you run those, John.
yeah, it's a little nuts, I know, but it's awesome. I mean, I've done 10 marathons total, 1 ultra, and I've done almost all of the Abbott World Majors. So I'm going to be running the Tokyo Marathon.
We're going to be at that too.
upcoming
I don't know if you
spring.
know that, but we're flying out.
It's going to be awesome.
With a cutout head of John.
John had on a stick.
Yep.
Yeah,
I will say, but can I ask you this one thing for you to be able to talk about this, John, because I learned this about you at Friends for Life this year with your teenage groupies. You also have a lacrosse background. Also,
my
don't
gosh.
you? That
Yeah,
gave a lot of street cred in terms it's not just you as a runner, but you also have done other sports along the way.
That's true. Yeah, I did play lacrosse in high school as well, in addition to running and swimming.
Right,
I actually
multi-sport
played.
athlete.
Yeah, I know. Well, lacrosse was humbling, right? Because I was never really the biggest guy. I played a position called X, which is like the catcher almost
Same.
in lacrosse. And I
Also
did play one fall season with Florida State. So that was kind of like a fun fact. But as you can imagine, a scrawny little runner guy that is, joining onto a team where you have 22-year-olds that are like 300 pounds just breaking you in half. I was like,
How many concussions did
I
you get
think
during that time?
I'm going to stick with running. Yeah. So, Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that, but yeah, mainly running now, and yeah, like I said, I'm going to be running Tokyo next year, and tons of races I know we have signed up over the next season with Team CWD, so
Yeah.
that's amazing too. We got Philly coming up. We obviously have Disney at the beginning of next year. I'm also going to be doing Marine Corps, which is in DC this year. So I got 4 marathons this upcoming season, and gonna
Is that all?
try. I know it's crazy. It's well, it's when you're like I said, you find a hobby and you're like, okay, I like doing this. So that's me for running, and it's
How
awesome.
do you space those out? So in January, you'll do Team CWD at Run Disney, and then in the spring, you'll do Tokyo, and then when
Yes.
are the other two? Like, how quick
Yeah,
are they
so
lined up?
Philly is in October, and
yeah.
then Marine Corps is in November. So there's a pretty quick turnaround time for those two.
Yikes.
But something that I'm going to be doing with some of those is going to be pacing for some people that are going to be
Oh,
running.
yeah, I love that.
So
I know all about that. I'm not a
yeah.
pacer,
No.
but I could be.
Could you help pace
I
Lee
could be
through a
in this
marathon?
outfit. No, but like
Wait, I don't know
am-
what that is.
Well, it's like I'm deep in TikTok, as you all know.
Yeah, okay.
And these people that are the pacers, like they pick people that are sort of at the different. Okay, John, let me just take over for you.
No,
John,
it's
let me tell
perfect.
you.
You know-
Let me tell you about a pacer. Okay, so they pick people sort of that run or walk, jog, or whatever at different distances and at different paces.
Got it.
And they like hold a flag. But the thing that I love about the pacers the most is that when you get your little group that's going to be running along with you, they like give all of this encouragement. And they're like, you got this, like we can go, like keep on going. And so
Yeah.
when one of your little group that's running with you starts to fall back, like that pacer really is in charge of like pepping everything up, like being the ultimate, hype bro, hype girl to be able to get them through.
Yes.
But I love it whenever we are at the marathon
Yeah.
or any race and I see those pacers because I'm like, way to go, you got this. So not only are they out there sort of doing the race at the same time, but they're cheering on this group. And I love that so much more than anything. So I love that you're doing that, John. That's perfect.
John, what's your pace group?
the
6
fastest?
minutes,
The
0
fastest
seconds.
of all fast.
No. You always want to like be able to do a pace group that you can like basically feel comfortable the whole amount of time. So I usually fall in the 3:30 to 4 hour time window for pacing. So that's an amazing group of people to like pace because a lot of times those are people who maybe have ran a marathon before. And now they've like put in 16 to 18 weeks of training throughout like a summer training cycle or fall training cycle, and now they're entering into this race and they probably have like a time goal of like breaking 4 hours or breaking 3:30. And it's amazing because again they put in the work and then finally they do the race, and like it's just really awesome to see these like people hit goals and stuff. Once you get kind of faster than like 3:30, there's obviously pace groups, but I feel like it becomes a lot more individualized and like in regards to the running groups. So like people will and maybe run by themselves more, I guess, as you run faster. So it just depends. But yeah, that 3:30 to 4 hour group is really, really, really awesome. And yeah, so I'll be working to pace at the Marine Corps for a set of guys that I'll be with. So it's
that's awesome.
gonna be awesome.
Yes, Lee.
Lee is raising her hand
I
in
have my
case
hand
you
raised.
are listening and not watching.
Right. I have a question about the pacing. So if you are out there and you're with your pace group and somebody has to go pee, what do the rest of you do? Do you stop? Do you just abandon that person?
Leave 'em
or
behind.
I bet you leave them behind.
Yeah,
No man left
typically-
behind, but they're left behind.
Typically, if you're a designated pacer for a race, you have to keep going at your pace. And so it is
And then you're
hard.
like-
now, if you're like just pacing
But what
with
if you have to go
friends,
to the bathroom?
He does not.
you
John
just
would
pee on
never.
yourself?
you
He
have
would
to
never.
you have to be as prepared as possible. Like you
Right.
have to have the pacing down. You have to like
I am
have the
stressed.
food, have
Right.
all of the
Dehydrate
like,
yourself.
times
Catheter.
like perfect. And there are pacers that don't like
Depends.
sometimes hit. Like I've been in a pacing group before, and the pacer drops off, and that stinks really hard. But like the fact is, sometimes that group can still be cohesive. So
Can you just pass the baton?
I was going to
pass
say,
the
then
flag?
when the pacer is out, then like the group, we are actually, today I am your pacer. on this
You are.
couch.
You really are.
I am. As a
Now,
matter of fact,
pacing
I am
and
the
like
designated pacer.
all of these like it's amazing running these marathons. It's the most incredible thing. I mean, you go out there, there's so many people that are at all skill levels. Everyone's going to be either faster or slower than you. Like you are just competing against yourself. Like it's just an amazing event. And for someone that hasn't like done a marathon or a half, or just, racing in general, as a person with type 1 diabetes, like it's just a fantastic way for you to be able to manage your condition. And I think also like chronically manage it too, because it does require that like consistent dedication to training. And so, if you are able to find ways to where you can manage your diabetes, stay active with running, and then you get rewarded with these like incredible in-person events that are these races, it's really fulfilling. And then of course, when you do it with a charity organization, that just like adds a ton of like, I just, moral and like personal, I think, satisfaction. So yeah, I feel like I don't have to hype it up too much. I feel like most people listening to this like already understand the trend that like a lot of people are running now, and there's like a lot of charity opportunities, but I just can't speak highly enough about it. I've made some of my best friends in the running community, and my glucose levels have drastically, I know the difference between my management when I am in a training cycle and when I'm taking some time off from running.
Yeah.
So, if running is the physical activity that you like want to do, I can't speak highly enough of it, but really it's just about being active and finding something that you can dedicate to over time.
I mean, never have I ever wanted to run. Just
exactly.
definitely. But then I go to those Team CWD events like at Run Disney, and then we're all like standing on the side with our smiley faces and like screaming for John. I'm like, you know what? I am going to run a marathon next year. And I might even do a dopey. It really is infectious. Like I will probably never be out there doing that, but I really feel it when I'm there for that like 48 hours. I'm like, oh, heck
I was going to say, John, you are an actual pacer for one of these upcoming marathons. Lee is our pacer here on the couch, but you're also like a spiritual pacer for Team CWD. So do you want to talk a little bit about that and your Coach John life with us there?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's super awesome. Again, total plug to Team CWD. You have to check it out if you haven't. We are an amazing group of runners and athletes who have connections and fundraisers, right? All the above of people that have connections to diabetes. So I emphasize connections because you don't have to have diabetes to be involved. We actually have many people on the team that had no connection to CWD. I mean, I think the majority of we had 200 or so runners at Disney last year. And I would probably argue 80% of those people came on with zero connection to diabetes. And now we have this amazing growth in community. So you don't have to have type 1 diabetes. You don't have to have type 2 diabetes. You don't have to have any diabetes to be a part and support this. But yes, it is a team, charity-based organization. And we host over the course of the year several race opportunities for people to participate in. And as I mentioned a couple of them earlier, but of course we have the Disney Marathon weekend, which you can even choose during that weekend between a 5K, a 10K, a half, and a full. You can do all of them. Which is
and what are
the
you
Dopey
doing
Challenge.
This year, John? This crazy
I'm doing the Dopey Challenge, but I did it like 2 years ago, and then I was lame. I didn't do it last year, but now I'm doing it again. So,
but also to be noted, you have to be up at like 2 a.m. every single day. You're not just running; you have to be up ridiculously early
to that one. But I mean, you are running through Disney, and you are in Central Florida, so typically the temperature is pretty regulated, even though the 1 year we went, it was like 28 degrees. But it's a great event. But that one's kind of, I think, the premier event for Team CWD. We have the most runners. We have the most running opportunities during that weekend. But then we have some other ones too, which are really amazing. I mean, I just PR'd at Cincinnati Flying Pig, which was amazing. That's in the spring. We do race spots for that. That's a beautiful course. It's also kind of a little bit more of a chill marathon, I would say. It's not as crazy, but it's still huge. So that one's amazing. We have a lot of runners that do that. The course is awesome. And then we also have the Princess Half, and that is also in Orlando. And that is a half marathon weekend, but I do believe there's a 10K and 5K option.
So we're
as well.
also there are, and then we're also doing the Wine and Dine weekend.
The Wine and Dine
in Disney,
right. So you have that one too, and then you have we have Philly that we're going to be doing here this fall. So you have like 5 or 6 race opportunities throughout the season. There's even smaller races during these weekends that you can participate in. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a marathon, but at the end of the day, we are trying to be able to get people without diabetes more knowledge about diabetes advocacy, care, education, and then also be more physically active. So it's incredible. I can't speak highly enough about it. And I run for like several different teams, and Team CWD is definitely just one of the best. So
Hey friends, quick little commercial break. Do you have a T1D confession that you need to get off your chest? A question you've been too nervous to ask, or a random diabetes thought that lives rent-free in your brain? We want to hear it. You can email us at confessions@lowgirlpod.com. That's confessions@lowgirlpod.com. No judgment, no shame, just real life with type 1 diabetes and all of its messy, funny, frustrating, and weirdly specific glory. Okay, commercial break over, back to the tea, or maybe I should say back to the juice.
Sorry to interrupt you, but we have a unicorn that is a unicorn that I've never seen before on Ava with the spiky.
Is it like a?
oh yeah,
I don't know what is happening with that, but there is a sea creature that is attached to the unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Octopus.
John, I don't think you can see it. Oh, she's 99, going slightly down.
Now the octopus is riding
the
the
octopus
unicorn.
is right. Wow.
That
Okay.
is so cute.
Okay, sea creatures.
John, what's your
look at 'em.
beach? We're doing a check-in.
let's see. I am 98 straight.
Okay,
plus.
John and Ava.
Nice.
Also a unicorn.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lee, your fake diabetes, what
yeah.
are you at?
I've been having some sensor challenges. Oh gosh.
there you go.
Nice.
Okay,
With
Marissa, what are you?
I am 256 with a straight up arrow. So
Everyone, we had donuts this morning because we were just testing the bounds of our insulin.
We did. Yeah,
That's okay.
Are you having signal loss issues, John? Because I am also having that.
Well, unfortunately I went for a swim this morning and I was not by my phone, so that's self-caused.
Self-induced.
I had some
Okay.
compression lows last night, so my sensors like stop suffocating me. like please.
My fake diabetes says that I am 95 right now,
Wow.
but
I'm Matt,
look
plus
at that.
200.
I know, but look also.
Oh, you
Do you
did.
see
You
what
had a
happened?
donut
The
Your donut
donut.
spike.
So the
Oh.
donut got me, and the donut took me to 177.
You do have type 1.
And
I just
Do
wanna-
I?
finally got it.
Okay, I have to
Yeah,
go.
there is
Fine.
a-
Fine. I have to go right now.
OGTT
It's
tolerance
happening.
test.
Do you guys
Yeah.
read audiobooks? You know when they're like, they do a
I don't
vulgar gesture?
read.
This is me doing a vulgar gesture to you without doing it about your blood sugar.
About my 177 in the donut.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, the rest of you, roll call.
294.
Okay.
I'm 250
Yeah.
or 195, depending on which sensor of mine you
Oh,
ask.
you know
Okay.
what? I just was 256 straight up. Now I'm 265 straight up.
Okay.
So
Well,
we're just playing the high
Rocking.
game this morning.
We
So, John-
are at the perfect level to run a,
Yeah.
a
should
race.
we?
Yeah, can you tell us
The only
more
thing I'm
about
doing
that?
is like
Hold
running
on.
to Target today.
Can you tell us more about like what you do to manage your blood sugars during a marathon? Because that is really intimidating.
And
to
what
me.
pump are you wearing?
Yeah.
also?
So I always like to say this, my background is in bio and chemistry and biomedical engineering. So I'm very much a science guy. And, running is like my pastime and is something that like I try to hone based off of my like scientific upbringing and background and professional experience. And so sometimes I get like super into the weeds, so I'll make it as like hopefully easy to describe. If I go off the rails, let me know. But with my glucose management during races, I kind of have some key needs that I always try to abide by, or some like key rules I try to implement that really help me a lot. And again, this isn't medical advice. Everybody's different, but typically, and we talked about this at the conference during our plenary session. Someone asked, "Hey, what do you do to prepare for a race with your glucose levels?" And so, a lot of times, what I really try to follow is one, my starting off glucose level, and so I really try to have more of an elevated level at the start of a race. Typically, that's above 200, maybe 250, within that range of being slightly hyperglycemic, but not too high before running a race to where, you feel dehydrated or you just don't feel good.
Or you have to pee and then everyone leaves you.
That too, exactly. You just have to
But
stop.
as your mom, as your diabetes mom, I love that. That makes me feel very comfortable. Okay, so continue.
Exactly.
I love you in the 200s.
Your hypoglycemia is very much a risk for, I think, for people with diabetes. I mean, even people without diabetes, having hypoglycemia during running occurs. So you're going to have a natural drop when you start exercising and aerobically. And so that's what happens. You'll start to see your glucose start to fall. And so having that starting level a little bit higher than what you're normally at helps with reducing a drop into a hypoglycemic range. So starting off at that higher level. Number two, and the second rule I try to follow is minimizing IOB prior to exercising. Your insulin sensitivity. Yes,
just want to make insulin on board.
Thank you. Yeah. So having injected or inhaled insulin before exercise, the efficacy of the insulin just skyrockets when you start inducing activity. And so your insulin sensitivity goes really, really, really high when you are running and engaging in exercise, especially at the beginning part. So minimizing the amount of insulin on board, having it prior to, is what I try to do. So much so that I actually try to not have any IOB, or at least only IOB for my basal, and maybe hours beforehand, really trying to make sure that I haven't injected a large bolus that is still active leading into the start of the run. So that's number two, minimizing IOB. Starting off at a higher range and minimizing IOB. The third is implementing a carb strategy during the run at basically about 60 to 75 grams of carb per hour.
Same.
And so you can
As your supporter, we're also on the sidelines eating 67.
and that works for me. And so you can do essentially a ratio of that. So say, for instance, you're only doing 30 minutes of running. That for me would be about 30 grams for a half hour, or 40, depending on how you're doing it. So a lot of times I try to eat more, very easy to pack snacks. I make a lot of my own running nutrition. So lots of dates, honey, raisins, things like that. But there's some really good nutritional options that you can pick. Glow gummies actually are also, shout out Naomi, are some of the better options that I've used as well. So big advocate of that. But yeah, that's the third for sure. Do
you have a belt bag on you? Where are you putting the snacks?
Yeah, so and that's the thing too. I have so for that third rule of carbohydrate intake, I utilize, I have some running shorts that have a lot of pockets. You can get some specifically online. You don't have to get anything too crazy, but they have side pockets, like a zipper back.
But do they do that for the women's shorts too? Because you guys always have more pockets, and it's really not fair.
Yeah. Some good. There's, when people ask me what type of running gear and brands, I don't really prescribe to a certain type. Just again, whatever has the best pocket options, inner lining options, and being able to also use them with diabetes devices. Right? They're not too compressing, because sometimes I wear my CGMs on my legs or on my upper glutes, and so I can sometimes get really compression shorts that are a little too tight, and they can cause, actually, I've had that happen with my Dexcom compression lows because of running tights. And so it's all about trial and error with clothing for pockets and what's comfortable for you. But yeah, it's following those three rules, like I said. And so that helps me out a lot. I obviously have had times where I go hypoglycemic, even with those strategies. And some other things I try to implement are running routes where I know that I have access to glucose if needed. I live in Atlanta, and so I'm, fortunately blessed with the opportunity to have gas stations at certain points, or convenience stores on my routes. where I like try to have snacks. If, like I said, my blood sugar goes low for something. And also my Garmin has my credit card information and my medical ID on it as well.
Nice.
And so I
Does
can,
Dexcom
tap
go to
to
your
pay.
Garmin?
My Dexcom, when I have my phone with me, yes. And so carrying my phone, I also do that. It's being able to have, it's like I said, being able to have access to cards in emergencies and then also contact as well. But I do runs on my own. That's something I feel like is sometimes I feel like I've talked to people and they're like, oh, you have diabetes, like you're by yourself when you run. But I really try to be safe and implement those strategies. But I do also go with runs with some of my buddies that know exactly what to do if there's a situation where I go hypoglycemic, and we need to do something. But thankfully, that's never happened. And it's with these strategies, like I try to avoid that. So yeah, it's a lot. I hope that all makes sense. But
You talked about ultra marathons before. So is that, again, me learning everything that I know about
I'm surprised you don't know what it
marathons?
is.
I've only done one.
Oh, you're going to educate us.
I'm going to tell John about them.
There's a
Here we go,
reason.
John.
You've only done one, John?
Only done one. Yeah,
Is it like 100-miler, like through the desert to where you're out at night and you're running all night long and the coyotes are going to get you, the diabetes is going to get you? Like, that's what I'm envisioning, that the next time you do one of these ultra marathons, 7 million miles, we should also be out there like behind the cacti. Is that what it was really like? Because that's what they show on social media.
I did it was kind of a unique situation. I did a ultra, which I might be wrong on this, so people correct me if I'm wrong. I really should know this, but an ultra marathon is really just any distance past 26.2, which is the standard marathon distance. I might be wrong on that, but at least the ultra marathon that I ran, it was a 50K, which is closer to 31 miles. So I did that as a qualifier for Boston for 2021, and I did that during during COVID. So it was a virtual one. I did it. I had to have somebody that was with me that confirmed my time, and then I could submit that for a Boston qualification. And so those first 26 miles of those 31 I used for a Boston qualifier, but it was a 50K event, which is 31 miles. So technically it was only 5 more miles than a marathon.
I was gonna say, like, what's 5 more? I bet I could do that.
Well, you'd be surprised because, once you get used to like that distance, you're like, and then you're like, I already ran a marathon. I'm so done. I'm ready to stop. So, but
how long did it take you?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that question. Oh gosh. I honestly don't remember. It was a much, like those last like 10K or 6 to 5 miles was like way, way, way slower than the rest of the marathon. So, typically my marathons right now are in the low 3s. And so 3 hours. And like I said, I just PB'd at Cincinnati at a Team CWD event. So that was amazing. But yeah, with these upcoming races, my goal is to do a sub 250. So I'm gonna train for that and hopefully requalify for Boston. That would be awesome. And it's gonna be great.
We're always cheering you on. Marissa has her hand up.
Yeah. What's up?
Apparently, I'm being likely. Yes. We all want to be likely.
Right.
So I just have a random question, and I know I should ask a more clinical question, but who decided that a marathon would be 26.2 miles? Like, why is that the distance? Do you know?
So it's a really interesting story. So like the origin of the marathon goes back to this ancient battle where
of course you know the answer to this.
That's why
I knew the answer to this. I was ready.
Before. I have not heard this story.
Continue,
so I'm excited.
John.
Basically, this runner was tasked with taking the news back to the capital of like the Greek the Greeks
Like
capital.
Athens? I don't know.
I believe it was Athens, I think.
Okay.
But he ran 26 ish miles. I don't know how like official that number is, but basically that distance to deliver the news that they had won this battle. And when he got there, it was, he's screaming Nike, which means victory, or the god.
I think
of victory.
it means just do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah, see,
Good, Marissa.
after several literal translations, they realized that actually after many scholarly reviews. Yeah. But anyways, the distance from that, like that legend is what led to the marathon. And it's a very odd number, but
is it like a specific number of kilometers? Like, I don't know what the translation is.
It's about 42 kilometers. So no, it's
so
also
not even like a round
like,
number there either. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. But yeah, so it goes back to that story of them winning, and then a messenger.
Was it the starting point was in a town called Marathon, or like something like that's where like the word marathon comes from? It's like something to do with, I think it was either the town or like his name or something.
The gas station.
The Wawa that was there.
Yeah. The Wawa.
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know how the exact distance was. Maybe they approximated it from that.
I mean, I'm sure.
Story, but right. No, but it's amazing.
That.
It's amazing. And I think it's a great, like, again, it's a testament, I think, to people like with diabetes, because like I think it quite literally like symbolizes like what it's like to manage a chronic illness or condition, and just having that like it's not just a quick race, right? Like it's a very long process of training and doing it itself. And I see a lot of similarities with like managing diabetes with it. So
yeah, I mean, and you mentioned trial and error, and we talk about that very often, about how so much of diabetes management and figuring out what works best for you and your body is trial and error. You know, it's like we're our own science experiment, and we're doing our best to try to figure out. Oh, comes Afrezza.
Afrezza from the side.
You're sporting. You just haircut.
Have you tried Afrezza before meals, or before marathons or races, and noticed a difference between that and the injected?
Yes.
Because I've heard, like anecdotally, because of how quick it's in and out, that the IOB, the insulin on board, is like, it's like less. Is that your experience?
Absolutely. Yeah. I've been actually doing a lot of more use of Afrezza pre-runs recently. I've done it up until I actually, the most recent one I did within the past 2 weeks, I did an 18 miler, and beforehand I used Afrezza, and to that point, like I said, I was correcting a glucose rise in meal, and then was able to administer the Afrezza, and then I didn't have any IOB prior to the run, at least in regards to the time profile. And I noticed that because when I do the same thing, obviously, with my fast acting or my Humalog, one, I have to wait longer to start my run because I still have that active IOB. And two, since it's still in my system, if I did decide to start running within that time period, I do notice those quicker drops. So it is anecdotal. I haven't done it a ton, but from the experiences that I've had so far, I think it matches with exactly what you're saying. Those pre-workout corrections that I do to get to like a suitable level, it's been awesome. And then I can run and I don't feel like I said I have that IOB on.
Yeah, I think that's the challenge too, is like you don't want to be too high, but you need to be high enough. So is there like a cutoff point that you look for, or is it based on sort of how you feel? You know, how do you decide like, oh, I should give a correction versus I'm going to wait?
Yeah, and that's the thing, because with the Afrezza, this was an exact example of that. I was in the 300s, 320-ish, and I took that Afrezza and dropped down to like lower 200s, and then I started my run, and everything was peachy because I was able to quickly get a glucose correction, start off knowing my IOB wasn't I didn't have a high IOB. And so even though I was still hyperglycemic, I was at a level at which I was more comfortable at starting.
Do you remember what cartridge you took? How many units of Afrezza?
I knew you were going to ask me that question.
4?
I think it was 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I hear you talking about this, like I'm thinking like not only for the people like you that are out there running these marathons or running whatever it happens to be, but also like gym class, or, knowing that I've got high schoolers right now. And Davis has been through, which Davis does not have the diabetes, although he wishes he does.
Sounds like that's something in your family.
Sort
of.
You
all just want diabetes.
Well, sort of. But anyway, back to what I was saying, John, before the haters came in from the couch. I think about like he was, he participated on part of the wrestling team. And I can see how at times like your pump, especially if it's tube pumped, might get in the way of that. And so like I appreciate sort of this conversation about knowing you need to be at a certain point where you feel comfortable with it, or even like people that we've met play football, whether that's high school football or college football, knowing that sometimes our devices will get in the way. But also knowing you don't want diabetes to put you on the sideline. And so, when I've heard you talk about this today with your experiences with running, I think it also translates over also, to what the parents are thinking about. We talked about, our 504 plans and, the way that we get through a school day in terms of like PE and activity at school. And so I think the tips that you've given us today, not only are for people who are running 7 million miles in the dark with cactuses and coyotes, but also for the people that are in their PE class, that are out there too.
Yeah, there's so much application to, I think, the fundamentals of this that we're talking about, because, I don't just run, I tried to do some other things too, like physical fitness. And I'm noticing that I've only done it once with Afrezza outside of doing running before. Like I went to do a strength lift session at a gym, and I did similarly was hyperglycemic. I don't remember the number specifically for this one, but also did a correction via a 4 unit cartridge, and I got to a level quickly where I wanted to start and was able to start that workout. So I have done it one other time outside of running. The only thing I will say, and it hasn't happened to me, but obviously due to the quick correction, you just have to be careful to make sure that before you start working out, and again, anecdotal, you make sure that you've given enough time for the insulin on board to deplete, because obviously the glucose drop is going to be exponentially faster versus a Humalog or a Novolog or a Fiasp or whatever you're using with your pump. And so you just make sure that, from my experience, I am not starting a workout until I know that the insulin has the IOB has gone to 0.
But you know what? If you were starting a workout, we have decided that we have built you a bag.
We don't care what is in your little tiny shorts.
Right. You've told us before you like to put your stuff in your shorts in different pockets. We thought
Let me hold this mic for you.
Yes. We thought that you might need a pink sparkly diabetes bag. It can go on your waist. It could also go crossbody.
Perfect.
It also won't slow you down at all.
No, it's not.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
It might help keep you safe because it's like reflective and bright.
It'll get rid of the coyotes.
Yeah, and the color, like I said, it's like
coyote repellent.
Right. Okay. So do you want to see what we have packed for you?
I would love to see this.
This is what we think that you need.
We should get those fuzzy stickers that are letters and spelled John.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, when we see you in person, we're going to do that.
And we'll put type 1 diabetes on the back.
Yeah.
Okay. Diabatty on the back.
All right. So
EMS will totally know what that means.
As all low girls have in their diabetes bag, we felt like you might need some lip gloss or some chapstick.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have you some Life of a Low Girl chapstick, which I think
I've seen so many chap lips on runners.
I know.
I'm like,
all
you guys
the
look
time.
like you
Especially
need some help.
Cold racing and
Okay,
stuff.
so see how important this is? You need
Yes.
this, John.
I do.
This
Yeah,
mic
no,
was
we know
so
what you
heavy,
need.
by the
Okay.
way. Like,
Sorry.
this is my workout today.
Do you want this little crashing out pillow?
Okay. Here, you want to build it up?
Yeah, we're
we're
Yeah,
building it up.
Give me a little. Oh, okay.
Okay. So the
Do you
next
see
thing,
how little we exercise?
next thing we thought that you needed.
My arm got tired steaming something today. Okay, go ahead.
We've talked about highs. We've talked about ways that you've dealt with it. We also thought that you might need some glucose tabs.
Woo! Yes.
So these are new. Tell us about these. Someone?
Yeah,
Hannah?
sure, happy to. So
that's
these guys, did you meet the Zap guys at Friends for Life, John?
Zap, I did not get an opportunity to have a conversation with them, but I saw
Perfect.
a lot of their marketing materials, and
They're insane like you. They're for the runners.
Right. These are for
Yes.
low bros
Yes.
or low girls that are actual athletes, not just couch athletes.
Yeah, so
We have
two-
chosen the sour apple for you.
Zaps,
that's my
thank
favorite
you.
flavor.
Those are
Let's
made
go.
with coconut powder or something
Okay.
that makes them much less chalky. They have a much smoother taste.
And there's
That's
one.
amazing.
There was a
Yuzu, something,
Yuzu,
something.
yeah. And then
as I look at you with the
Yuzu.
yuzu.
You look like a yuzu girl.
and there's like a strawberry kiwi, I think. But these two guys, Ronnie and Alex.
I don't know.
I'm so sorry. Alex, not Alex.
we're gonna update that in the show
Yeah, they're
notes. We are so sorry.
They were so great. They came to Friends for Life. They actually launched the Zap glucose at Friends for Life. This was their first ever
way.
event.
Okay.
And they come in little tubes too, so you
have
can put them in your
small
tiny
tubes.
shorts.
We
But
give you
we
the-
think you
yeah.
need a whole jug.
You need the whole jug. We'll get to the tubes as
There,
well.
right, there's a whole jug that you're
The
going to have.
entire
Do you know
time.
those would shake and rattle and scare off coyotes in
They
the back?
would,
They'd be
exactly.
flopping around.
Or he could throw them at the coyotes if he needed to.
They're multi-purpose.
Next thing
Yes.
we think that you need is
Thank
some
you.
liquid IV because we feel like you need some electrolytes. Shout out Christy.
Need it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Christy.
yeah, we feel like you need these. Now, I know it's going to be awkward when they hand you a cup of water and then you're going to have to tear into this
It's
to mix
okay.
it.
Did you
Well,
actually
I
serve
love
stick?
I have my water bottle already
Right.
with like my
Oh
hand. I'll
yeah,
just
the
okay.
little handle.
refill
Perfect.
it. and
You can
then-
just do
Okay,
a shake,
perfect.
shake.
Yeah. All right. So we thought you needed these electrolytes.
That's amazing.
Salty. Okay. The next thing
Love
that we
them.
thought that you might need is some deodorant because
Yes.
we're a little bit worried that you might stink.
Big advocate for that.
Yeah.
Never run stinky. Always
Right.
run clean. Like
Exactly. So we've given you this tiny deodorant. It's
Stinky,
portable.
Stinky is a choice.
Yeah.
Is
can-
it lavender scented?
It is also coconut.
Ooh.
There's a whole coconut theme
Yes.
that's going on here, John.
Hope you're not allergic.
No,
It's aluminum free.
I grew up in
so
like
even
like I
if he
said,
is
Cocoa
allergic.
Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
right.
He's a
my
cocoa
mom
guy.
was
I
like,
love
putting
coconut.
coconut in my hair like since I was born. So I love coconut.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it's 26 miles, I would suggest that you do this about every mile to refresh your stink.
Absolutely.
So we
I
thought you
totally
needed that.
agree with
He's like, let me just pull over, Pacers. I gotta put a little.
I'm not going to stop to
chapstick
pee,
deodorant
but I'm
in
going to
It's tomorrow.
deodorize.
Okay. That's for your glam.
You just see like my entire like arm is just like
Covered in
almost like
white.
Yeah.
covered in white chalky. Yeah, exactly.
All right. The next thing that I wanted to put in there was a tub of peanut butter, but that was not
Yes.
available here. So we have packed you peanut butter crackers. And there are many of these. So for
That's
your pacing
phenomenal.
group, you could share these with your group also.
Yeah.
You could have one.
One
You could
cracker
feed
each.
them. Yeah. You
That's
can only
amazing.
have, I don't know how many's in here, maybe two,
Six.
four,
Six.
six. Six people is all you can say. But anyway, we thought you might want some peanut butter because you talk about protein and snacks to be able to hold you over if you're low.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I always, like I said, with that carb intake during exercise or runs, I try to make it smart carbs as well, things that have proteins or electrolytes in them as well, so that
I mean, we're smart here on this couch.
Honey has Honey the dog has entered the chat, and
Okay.
she would
She's
like
very
you to know
curious.
that she
Hey!
will run with her.
Right.
You'll do a lot of dragging, but she'll be there.
Oh, I
Okay,
love
and our
honey.
last thing in your bag is the Baqsimi because we
Yes.
don't want you to have like an urgent low.
Yes.
If all of our other bag of tricks has not worked, we think that you might need to be able to keep this with you. Baqsimi is small, it's portable. You could do it to yourself. One of your pacing groups could do it with you.
Also good up to 86 degrees
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Okay. Perfect.
yeah, we
we
talked about
learned
that
that
yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah. So anyway, that's what we've packed
That's
for you.
amazing.
We cannot wait to bedazzle this further to give
can't-
to you the
I-
next time we see you.
I'm going to wear that when I go on my long
Yeah.
runs, and you'll need
You
to,
have to.
I think
get
you
some
should.
photos of it. Yeah,
And if you could also get like the sound of the zaps shaking in the container.
exactly. I'll be like people riding bikes and like driving.
Yeah, they're
cars
gonna
and
hear you
being able to
coming.
Hear me and like it's a safety feature.
You'll be
for
like
sure.
on your left, shake, 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 shake.
You know what? If Brenda Hitchcock, my mom,
Oh,
can
yeah.
walk a 10K with a pumpkin bread loaf. You too can
and her
carry
waistband. Yes, agree.
Well, there's those like people that run like the London Marathon or something. They have like a washing machine on their back. They like
what?
There's like and they like
For
these.
what?
It's crazy. It's just for efforts and charities and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. Like you'll see people like running with like a full canoe, but like there's just like a section that's just cut out for them to like stand in. So it's just the craziest
Should we get the
things.
original insulin pump? Like
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And like make John run with that next time.
And we should hook it back up.
I mean,
we should start it back up again.
They have some. I know they have some at the Yale Diabetes campus. So maybe we can reach out to them and see if they'll give us an auto syringe.
See if we can borrow one. So we've made you a diabetes bag, John. Can you tell us if you are giving advice to someone who is maybe deciding that they want to join Team CWD and do a 5K with us in the future, or just wanting to
get challenge?
Yeah. Sure. Or just get active in general. What would you suggest people, fill their bags with to get started?
Hey friends, quick little commercial break. The Life of a Low Girl is a production of Children with Diabetes. Learn more at childrenwithdiabetes.com and follow along on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube at CW Diabetes. This podcast is supported by an unrestricted educational grant by MannKind. Now back to the show.
I definitely think you guys have covered a lot of them just with mine. I mean, the most important thing I think obviously is to have hypoglycemia, like event snacks and Baqsimi as well. So I think that's number one, right? Like having very fast acting carbs and a emergency hypo kit, whether it's Baqsimi or just something else. Having those, so definitely that. And in regards to like the type of snacks, again, I think it's preference. Usually fast-acting carbs are obviously the best. Again, shout out Glow. But probably those two are like my number one put-in for the first thing. Number two, again, still on this like theme of diabetes, I would probably put in some Afrizza. Like, I know people are not going to probably take insulin during their runs, but in the event that you have a pod failure or a site failure because of running, because of adhesive issue that might come off from sweating, it gets stuck on something, and you're out in a run and you are now not exercising anymore and you're not getting an insulin delivery, I think having that as the backup is great. And I'm really not trying to pack this for like a Mount Everest like excursion, but either
why?
I think it's easier right. I think it's easier to run with the Afrizza than to have a backup pump site, the disposables and liquid insulin, which can be at risk of breaking.
And you probably wouldn't even have to pull over. Like I'm pretty sure you could fill up in a Afrizza thing while you're
Well, you can pre-fill it too.
Right. So I would definitely have that, at least to give you enough of a insulin dose until you got to your supplies back at home. And so the Baqsimi, obviously the high fast-acting carb, a portable insulin delivery system like Afrizza, and then in addition to that, I would definitely always run with some sort of medical ID.
That's about. I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, so
I use your Garmin?
I have one on my Garmin watch that is, you can get little like metallic inscribed things that says John Wilcox.
Road ID.
A road ID. Yep. So John Wilcox, date of birth, medical conditions, contact information for my my wife's phone number, and then I have one of my good buddies is also on there too. So some sort of medical ID. Typically, like I said, the one I have is on my watch, but if you don't have that, then you maybe put it in that bag. And then the last thing, I would try to think.
He doesn't carry a bag. This is, you guys, he only carries.
This is why we made one for him.
I usually, exactly. Everything's in the pockets. So Yeah, I would probably stick with that stuff. That's like the maximum, I think, because a lot of times you don't want to run with a ton of stuff. And again, it doesn't have to, there's a lot of options. Like you also have vests that you can wear that also carry water, which you can then put higher carb or electrolyte drinks in. And then you can put those other things in your vest pack. So I've ran with vests, obviously having the bag on your waist or having pockets, you can carry those things. So I'd start off at minimum with those things I just referenced.
I love it. And do you have one piece of advice that you would give to someone who is deciding that they're going to, take that first step and train for a marathon or train for a 5K?
Yeah. I would definitely say start off easy as possible. Jumping into running is it's a very physically demanding sport, and you have to learn a lot. You have to learn about how your body responds to running, both mechanically, like in muscle wise, and then also with your diabetes. And so really giving yourself like several weeks again of trial and error, learning about how does your body react to certain distances, speeds, what can you handle, and knowing that like part of getting into running is that learning phase. And then once you get to a place where you can feel really comfortable with your glucose management or just with your running form or like your pace, that's when you can start really, training and maybe starting a training plan. And so starting off slow, easy in that trial phase at the beginning. And I even do that when I'm starting a training cycle myself. I'm about to do another training cycle heading up for these fall races. And so again, I take like 2 or 3 weeks beforehand just to get comfortable and like get more used to my, where my body's at. So number one piece of advice is just take it easy and do trial and error at the beginning. You do not have to jump in fast because you can get injured easily, or you can maybe have an experience with your diabetes you weren't expecting because you're not used to running with diabetes. So I would definitely say something like that. And I think Jordan and I, it's funny because, we're talking about training for the Disney half marathon, and that's something we've talked a lot about too. And he's doing great. So hopefully that advice sticks with other people too.
That's awesome. Well, John, our last little segment is we like to, have you heard of the Vaso cards? Did you talk to those chicas at Friends for Life?
Oh, I'm sorry. No. What?
Yeah, Marissa.
Okay, so this is a deck of cards. We've talked about this a couple times, but it's the Vaso Lleno, which is like glass half full. So it's optimism, but developed by 2 amazing women from Costa Rica, Christina and Danny. Shout out, ladies. And awesome. One is a graphic designer and the other is a psychologist. And so then on the other side, there is a question. And I think this is, what would you say if you could talk to your body?
Oh.
So I guess you could go either way. I'm just having a full conversation with my body right now. It's talking back. I'm talking to it.
So the connection between your mind and like your muscle and running, and I'm not trying to sound too guru-y here, but like there is a very easy way to disconnect that. And so, when you can like mentally get through running or just physical activity in general as a person with diabetes and match that mental to your physical like ability, like you can accomplish some super amazing things. So like I would just tell myself, like I tell my brain and to shut up sometimes. Like
chill out, bro.
It's okay. Like things are good. This is hard. It's supposed to be hard. Like tell your body like it's okay to be in like a state of like exhaustion or pain for a little bit, because like that's what it takes to like get something done in regards to like physical exercise, especially as a person with diabetes. You need to listen to your body, obviously, like if you're starting to go low or you're having like pain from something. But at the same time, like I feel like people like you just need to be really more confident in yourself when you're an athlete. Like you can do it. Like tell your brain like, this is supposed to hurt a little bit and we can get through this. Like I'm very serious about that point. Like I would tell my body that like you're able to, get through this. Like struggle during like runs. And so
I love
definitely
that.
something like along the lines of that for sure.
Love that. Do you want to comment on?
I feel like after today, my body is saying, maybe try getting up. Maybe do something.
Hey, that's okay. Like movement is like compounds, you know, like whether you're walking, whether you're going to the gym, whether you're swimming. Again, I think a lot of these topics we've discussed are not just for running. I think they're just for physical activity with people with type 1 or just diabetes in general.
Yeah.
So hopefully those strategies of like where you put your glucose at before, again, the IOB thing we discussed, carb maintenance during your exercises, maybe that can help.
Every time I talk to John, he makes me feel like I can run a marathon.
I know. I'm really feeling like
I can do that. Anybody can.
We'll see.
With the pig abilities.
I know. That's
I was
what
going to bring
thinking.
that up. Can you tell us
Okay,
about
I'm
that?
ready. So mine would be, which you all have heard me say this before, like you can do anything for X amount of time. And I have a second version of that. So you can do anything for 26 miles. You can do anything for whatever. But then I also convert that into Taylor Swift math with All Too Well 10-minute version. So like if we know we're doing something for 30 minutes, I'm like, that's 3 times of All Too Well. And you love that song and you can do anything for those 3 times. So when John was participating in the Flying Pig Weekend, I participated in the Pig Abilities, which is the little race that they have, which is 1 mile for individuals that have disabilities. It was amazing. I was out there by myself with my cane, but there were so many other community groups that were out there that had great teams of people. And it was just really, really inspiring to sort of be on the same race course that John was on.
I think people, like the cheering sidelines, were cheering just as hard for the Pig Abilities people as they did when like John comes running through in the
it was
really
great.
Cool.
It was perfect. You know, and so many times, like I've been a wheelchair user for a long period of time. I drive with hand controls, so I think movement for me looks different than movement from all of you all else.
Yes.
But still, movement is power, and being able to sort of even do the things that I do while I'm not training for a marathon. You know, we're going on a conference trip to Rio.
Training
like
to walk a conference center.
And I can do all of that. And so I think that, the message that I give is like, you can do it, girl. You've got this. Keep on going. Keep on going. You'll be able to sit down shortly. But I think that sort of that self-talk, like you're talking about, John, is really important, regardless of what you're, attempting, whether that's walking an exhibit hall at a conference or running a marathon or the ultra marathon with the Coyotes.
Yes,
but you do Zumba. So let's talk about your Zumba and your Pilates.
I just also want to say, like, you are honestly an incredible human being, and it's amazing how much you keep up with. Where like no one would know that, like, and I don't mean that as like you should hide it. I mean that as like you are just a badass,
and you don't complain at all ever.
No.
Thanks.
Yeah. And you can. It's okay. We're here to hear that too.
That'll be the next podcast.
Okay, good.
Least complaints.
It's just you on the couch under the light
in this outfit.
Hippocrates himself says that walking is the best medicine. So movement, right?
Yes,
being active, being moving, finding a way to be active, and then managing that, whether you have diabetes or not. Like,
right.
I think that's even the secret to just being healthy. And so, I like everyone said, like, it's amazing that, you find ways that work for you. Right. And like, that should be, I think, everyone's like challenge and like how they take on physical activity is like, don't compare yourself. There's a faster and slower person. Like, just focus on you. Get out there, like I said, and tell yourself you can do it. Like that one question you'd ask, like what you tell your body, like for sure.
Yeah.
Be confident.
I was just going to say, this is like the positive self-talk, and it reminds me of our ending tagline, that you are loved, you are cared for, you are welcome here. So if you need a positive self-talk mantra that you don't have yet, I recommend that one. It's a good one. But before we close, I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that there is a website called Diabetes Wise, and it's diabeteswise.org, and they have a whole section about diabetes and exercise. Yes. It is run by some of the diabetes professionals at Stanford University. Shout out to Desi Zaharieva and Corey Hood. Yes. And they are, and Desi runs a lot of the diabetes and exercise research. She is an MMA fighter with type 1 diabetes who also has her PhD. I mean, just like
she's
really low achiever.
Yeah, she's so cool.
She is. Desi, we love you. And
Desi's the best. Congrats on the appointment. Also.
Yes, congrats. And so she runs the Diabetes Wise exercise portion. She helps, curate information online that's easily accessible to people with diabetes. And on that website, you can also look at different diabetes technologies and insulin mechanisms. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure we
it's a great resource. Cool. I've turned to it myself as well. So like their whole team, everything they do, 10 out of 10 recommend for other people to check out. And it's very digestible too. So it's awesome. Huge shout out to them.
Yeah. Well, John, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it was so fun to talk to you.
We love chatting with you.
Oh, yeah. No, thanks so much for letting me come and hang out. And I love you guys so much. And the team is amazing. And all I can say is if, you're interested in getting involved, feel free to reach out. We're an awesome group of people, a lot of ways to get active and moving. So, hopefully we'll see you out there.
Awesome. Thanks, John. Thanks for being our first ever low bro.
Yeah, what an honor.
Right.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I had a great time. So thanks so much.
We did too. And as always, you are loved, you are cared for, you are welcomed here.
Don't bolus too much, John, and stay away from the coyotes. We love you.
Shake.
Bye.
Love you, John. Bye.
If you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to like and subscribe at wherever you listen to your podcasts.